Hi Flosstube, it's Natalie, Smisaint Stitches here. Welcome to Flosstube number 5. First of all, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land where we are gathered today. I am on Wongal land for Aboriginal people of the Eora Nation, and I would like to acknowledge and recognise the traditional custodians of the land wherever you may be. It's been a minute. It's been a while. I had some camera problems last time I tried to record number 5, and that was 2.5 weeks ago, so I am really behind. Sorry. Yeah, shall we get into it? Let's do that. I had some ffos. I didn't bring them with me, so I'm going to insert some shots of them here. These have been sitting around in the box for quite a long time. One of them's birth sampler for my eldest child. She's now 13. The other one is the sampler for my youngest child. She turned 11 at the start of the year, and I didn't even get that finished for her birthday. I finished it a few days afterwards, but yeah, she was happy that that was done. The other was my first finish for 2020. On the 1st of January, I finished the daffodils, and that was, without a doubt, my oldest whip. I started that in 1998, I'm pretty sure it was. So it had been a while, and the back stitching just got me. Look, the 1/1 was there. I got that done. But the back stitching, no. I thought I'd share the sunset, so the sun will go down while we're chatting. I hope you enjoy the view. You might hear the cars go past. Like I said before, I live on not a main road, but it's a busy road. It's a thoroughfare, a shortcut. But we've also got the cockatoos squawking as well, so you'll hear that too. I've been busy. I've started a lot of things, at least one start every week. Let's get to it. First up, Teresa Kogut, Newcastle Bouquet Sampler. Here it is here. This is a picture of it. And this is where I got up to. So I've just started on the flowers up in the top. Oh, this way. It goes this way. There we go. So I'm using called for colours, and I am stitching on 40 count Woodland Brown by Zweigart Newcastle, Woodland Brown. Fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying using the classic colour works and the Weeks Dye works and the Gentle Arts fibres for the first time, and I'm having such fun with it. Really enjoying that. Oh, those were my glasses. I'm just gonna get those. Oh my gosh. And a little bit of pink gin today, so it tastes fruity. Beautiful. All right. This is my new start. I started this Wednesday or Thursday this week. So that would have been the 19th of August. Night walks down by the blue flower. Everybody seems to be stitching it. I am loving it, loving it. I've got a couple of 100 stitches in it. I'm stitching this for Nicole from Divana Lee Design Studios. It's her birthday sale. It's her birthday coming up, so happy birthday, Nicole. And this is what I've got done. Not a lot, but it's a start, and it's now a whip. Any of you who are doing the 2021 year of new starts, no new starts, this is a whip. It's at least a whip. I'm not telling you how many stitches it is. If you pause it and you count it, you'll have an idea. But it's definitely a whip. The rules are being released for the Year of No New Starts, the challenge, on the 1st of September. So that's only a week away. You don't have long to wait. My next new start is one of 2 Mirabilias that I've started. Here we go. So this is Miss Dancing Flower. And here we go. This is what I've got done so far. Oh, here we go. Here it is. So it's about 600, 700 stitches maybe on this. This is 32 count even weave. That's a true color. 32 count even weave, called Autumn Sunrise by Paddock Lane Designs. I've had quite a bit of progress on Forderly. I was working on this today when I was at the hairdressers. And so I've finished this one, and I've now finished this motif as well. And it's time to move around either to here or here, depending on where I have to fussy cut the silk. I'm stitching with a Silks for You PR116. It's absolutely divine. So stitching it 2 over 2 on a 32 count even weave, just a white even weave, nothing special. It's Wygart. It's nice, it's lovely, and it totally sets off this design. Really happy. This is what it'll look like. Of course, I'm changing up the colours. And my last new start, and also a whip, is Maidens of the Season 1 and 2. I'm stitching them together in one long strip. So I am stitching them all on a piece of tea-dyed vintage Murano 32 count. And I've got it on my Omnic frame. There we are. You should be able to see that. That should be in. I can kind of just see through the fibre. There we go. And I am using all the cold fours. Actually, no, I'm not. There's a bunch of cottons that just aren't easily available to Australia. So I've switched those out to DMC, and I am also stitching with the Whisper thread. So having to learn all about stitching with those. So I followed the tutorial that was provided a number of years ago by Stitching Mummy, and that was so helpful. How beautiful is that sunset? Isn't it sweet? I love this room. And then we get onto the whips. I am racing through because I want to get this video up and through all of, well, as much of the stuff that I can remember I've stitched. I've been stitching all of the challenges with Magical Skills, Magical Stitches, Daily 30, and the big one has been Semisaint Stitches, and they're really insane. The biggest insane challenge has been the needleworker sweep. We need to, it's like supermarket sweep, and we chose a project. So we had a choice of Glendon Place, Mirabilia, Chatelaine, and there were 2 others. There's a bunch of Flosstubers that are talking about it and have said all of the names, and they're totally across it. And all I care is that I'm stitching for the Mirabilia, and so we've had to stitch to, so we stitched to purchase the chart and the beads and the threads. And I've been stitching, and we can only stitch on one project. I've been stitching with Anzac, and Anzac is just glorious. I love stitching on it. It's all monochromatic, so it stitches up quickly. And yeah, I've put in just a bit over 8,000 stitches for the month of August alone. And I spoke to you maybe 2 weeks before the start of August. So the change that I'm about to show you is huge. So here is where I was up to last time we spoke. And here is where I'm up to now. Yeah, it's significantly progressed. I've had to slacken it off a little bit so you can kind of see up underneath the scroll bar. I've stitched so much that now the Kelpie, there we go. If I scroll it forward, push the fabric forward a little, you can see him shooting his wings. Loving it. Loving it. It's such a joy to stitch, even when I make the mistakes. And look, I own the mistakes. They're mine. Some I'm just going to let slide, but the majority are coming out because it's so beautifully designed. I am stitching this on splice, 28 count splice, a fat quarter of 28 count splice from the Sassy pouch, which is a subscription pouch for Australian and New Zealand cross stitches, prepared by the Sassy Devils, which is a group of cross stitches based in Tasmania. All right, what else have I been stitching on? Light by Barbara Anna Designs, and I'm stitching this also on a Sassy pouch fabric. This is Speckled Egg. It was part of their Easter pouch, and I just adore this. And since we last spoke, I've stitched pretty much all of those leaves. She's got an arm. I think I need to back stitch it a little bit potentially, and just started the leaves here. Next step is the light underneath, finish the arch, done. I don't think I'm going to get this done until maybe October, November, maybe even December to finish this stitch. Last weekend, I was supposed to go on retreat with the Shady Tree Stitches. I went about a month and a half ago, and I had the loveliest time. Unfortunately, my daughter and I both woke up on Friday morning with scratchy throats, runny nose, a little bit fatigued and achy, thinking, oh gosh, have we got the plague? So we've got a plague test, COVID. We've got the COVID testing, a drive-through COVID testing station that's not too far away from here. My daughter and I, we drove around the corner and joined the queue along with probably 200 more people, and sat in our cars and had a brain scrape. Not charming, is it? No, it wasn't much fun, but I got it done, all clear, both of us, all clear. And so we were both very relieved. And I'm completely symptom free now. No colds. Maybe it's the gin. No, it's not the gin. It's just rest. I got enough rest. I ate well, and just generally looking after myself and getting a bit more exercise. But I missed out on retreat. But I did stitch on my retreat piece that I'm stitching with Lisa Lane from Paddock Lane Designs. She and I are stitching companion pieces. She is stitching a samurai and I am stitching on the geisha, both from the gold collection from Dimensions Gold Petite. These were just the biggest bargain from, and they were full kits, both of them full kits, unopened, glorious. But we're stitching on our own fabrics, or rather we're both stitching on Paddock Lane Designs fabrics, and that is how much I have stitched. I've got now the blue of her sleeve done, with the exception of the flower that just sits over her elbow. When I'm done, I will pass my chart and what's left of my threads, and I'm going to just go the effort and find DMC conversion, and I will hand May over to Lisa, and she will hand the samurai over to me, and I will then stitch the samurai facing my geisha on this side of the fabric. I am stitching on a 32 count even weave called Spring Garden by Paddock Lane Designs. This way. I've lost my train of thought. I'm totally enjoying it. And how nice is that sunset? Oh man. And I've been stitching on my beautiful Sleeping Bee. This was my own birthday sale from June, 2 months ago. And it's had a little bit of attention every now and then. And here it is. This is where I've gotten it up to. Sorry, it's unironed. That's fine. You're friends. You can cope. I'm stitching on 40 count vintage country mocha Vikomo. And then last weekend I did get to stitch on my Peacock cell. Teresa Wensler. I'm stitching this beautiful peacock, who is just the most elegant fellow. In my very humble and not so very humble opinion, Teresa Wensler is a colour master. This is the first time I've ever stitched anything by her. It is daunting as all get out, all the blends, everything. But the effect, this branch is only 3 symbols, but 6 colours. Every single symbol in there is a blend, and it's just genius. The way it pulls out the shading. I'm back stitching as I go, but there's going to be leaves here, so that's what this Spiderweb over here is doing. It's been sitting there for a few weeks, and I'll stitch it. Yeah, it's all right, but I'm back stitching as I go. I'm being very good. So that's where I've got up to with all of my week start, which brings me around to plans. I have a new start planned for tomorrow. I am starting Mirabilia at the Met. I am starting that with Vicky reading and stitching, and I'm also starting it with a choir friend of mine, a singer friend, so the singing stitcher, and she's not on Flosstube. She's on Instagram though, and she and I sing together in the Sydney Philharmonia choirs. We've been missing each other heaps, so stitching something that's related to singing and something that's just so beautiful, but all the beads, oh my gosh, all the beads. But yeah, we're really looking forward to starting that together and starting that tomorrow, so that will be great fun. So as I mentioned, Semisaint Stitches needleworker sweep, lots and lots of stitches still to come. I have to stitch over 14,000 stitches. I'm not sure I'm going to get there. I've stitched 8,000. I've done that over the last 3 weeks. There's only 1 week left in August. I've got a lot of work to do. It goes quickly. I can stitch on Anzac maybe 100, 200 stitches in an hour, which is a lot. I acknowledge that is a really fast stitch rate. But I've made mistakes and I have to pull things out and, you know, life, and I want to stitch on other things. So the likelihood of me stitching 1,000 stitches a day until the end of August, I'm not sure I'm going to do it. I'm not sure I'm going to get there. I was thinking, oh yeah, 500 stitches a day, totally fine. But I've been stitching on other things. What else am I going to stitch on at the Met? And also I'm going to stitch on Night Walked Down. I'm just going to pull this back so you can enjoy that little bit of, that last little bit of sunset, because it is gorgeous. That is just the reflection of my ring light. So yeah, there we go. Illumination in and out. I have some haul. I've been shopping and a whole bunch of stuff arrived back from the United States. More stuff to start, or am I collecting it? Plus a bunch of others, but this one I am absolutely going to start this year because she is devastatingly cute. She reminds me of Christmas, so I think I shall stitch her sometime in December. I also got 4 of the Muse collection of the Nora Corbetts. I don't know why, I'm just feeling a thing for the Nora Corbetts and not the Mirabilias right now. I also got this Agnes Platt strawberry sampler. I will be starting that sometime very soon, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I'll be starting on the smalls, I think. I have plans for those and hopefully some fun things going on with that. Watch this space. Other awesome stuff that I got in the mail. I am a great believer in supporting local industries. Sorry, crinkle, crinkle, but I promise it's worth it. Cottage Garden Threads is a dye works that's close to where I grew up in country Victoria. And they have the most beautiful hand-dyed skeins of embroidery cotton. And I got 6 packets of their Colour Theory, which are limited edition. And I'm so glad that this lighting is working out because that is all 100% true to colour. I adore them. Crinkle, crinkle. And the other lovely stuff, I got Stitchy Mail. I got Happy Mail. Well, no, it's haul. It's totally haul. I got a couple of project bags and some needle minders. Actually, not just a needle minder and a scissor fob, a magnetic scissor fob. So Vicky Stitch and Button, bless her gorgeous little socks, made me a couple of bags, and one is Christmas themed. I'm yet to put a project in it. And my magnetic scissor fob. So this can sit on a whip, being very careful of the very pointy ends of the scissors. This is nowhere near my eye, by the way. It is ages away. So you can stick it on the whip or on a metal part of the frame. I have it on my lamp, which is just out of view. And also a little bit of wisdom in frustrating times. There we go. Advice from Stitch and Vic Stitch and Button. Don't. I also got a bunch of fabric. I got some more vintage Murano and some more 32 count even weave. The length of vintage Murano that I did get, I tea-dyed. And it was so successful. But I also do like it in its original form. So I got some more. So that was good. This is what, crinkle, crinkle. Vintage Murano is even weave. It's printed. And it's got this kind of blue-grey mottling on it. And it just looks, lovely. It's like marble. It's gorgeous. And vintage Murano, you guys know what that looks like. I'm not going to, sorry, not vintage Murano, 32 count even weave. You guys know what that looks like. You're not going to see that. You don't need to. And I'm going to dye some of it too. So when that happens, you'll see it. Last time I did Flosstube, I did a giveaway. And we have a winner. Susan Bartlett. You have won. No, that's a birthday present. Susan Bartlett, you have won London. I have put in a lovely needle for you because the needle wasn't there. You have now got a much nicer needle than was in the kit. So there you go. The kit was already open. If this is yours, Susan, you'd need to get in touch with me. I'll make sure that my email is in the message and I will post that to you. As I mentioned, I found the most beautiful birthday present, and it's not for me. It's for my mum, because she sent me some beautiful stitchy kindness. She stitched a beautiful little village, and I showed it in the video that I never ended up putting on Flosstube. So when I start stitching it, maybe this year, maybe 2022, when I stitch it, you'll see it, and it's really sweet. That's about it from me. I've gone back to blonde, so that's fun. Thank you so much for everybody who is subscribing and everybody who is commenting. Thank you so much. You are all the most wonderful community, and thank you for welcoming me so warmly. It's so nice to be stitching with friends and people that I'm only just starting to meet. Thank you for being so kind about my little tutorial video, my very first one. Apparently that is spreading far and wide. I've got quite a few thousand views on that, and I'm just so excited that little tutorial is so valued. So thank you. Please share it. If it's valuable to you, it might be valuable to your friends, and I would love for other people to be able to discover a different way of stitching if that's what they want. Yeah, so that's it from me. Have a lovely week ahead. All right, I've said thank you enough. I'll say it again. Thank you. Have a lovely stitchy week, and I will speak to you next time. Thank you. Bye.